Welcome to the hottest wellness podcast. I've got time with Cherry Galore and ShaKayla.
Here we discuss personal growth, relationships, and healing to become aligned with the best version of ourselves. If you want, we can jump into the affirmation of the week.
Let's do it.
This week's affirmation is, I have an abundant life.
Yeah.
Period. You got to speak it into existence. And I feel like this affirmation kind of doubles down on gratitude. Because it kind of makes you actually sit down and be present with the abundance that you already have in your life. When we're always manifesting, it kind of makes us a little bit ungrateful for everything that's happening in our present moment, like the current manifestation that we're living in. Yeah. So I feel like it's nice to just regularly affirm yourself, I do have an abundant life. And whatever abundance means to you, then that means that you are currently reflecting and manifesting that right back into your life. So for me, abundance is peace, which means that I ain't worried about nothing. For me, abundance is unconditional love, which means that I'm able to give and receive that in my relationships. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. What does it mean for you to have an abundant life? For you?
I don't think anybody's ever really asked me that. An abundant life to me is... I'm going to agree with peace, because having abundance is peaceful, just the idea. I have everything I need, you know, and not necessarily in a materialistic way, just in a, I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, and then it's sometimes when we doing affirmations, it really does bring you to the place of where you need to be at. So wherever your mind goes to when you think of abundance, that might be what you're currently lacking right now. So then that gives you the opportunity to say, okay, how can I bring more fulfillment into these areas of my life? So, two birds, one stone. That's the idiom.
Shout out to Eva.
Shout out to Eva. We love when kids come home and teach you stuff from school that you either never learned or
just don't think about.
Or I use idioms all the time, but I never knew that's what it was called. You know?
Yeah. I feel like I learned that, but that was one of those things that went in one ear and out the other. Girl, who cares?
Well, baby, what are we discussing this week on the podcast?
This week, let me make sure I read the script.
Oh my God, I wish I never ever said that. Sometimes I could be such a bitch. I know we all can, at different moments of our life or whatever, but I have to be conscious not to be bitchy, because deep down inside, that's low-key who I really am. Virgos can be really mean.
I think
if we went back and listened to the episode, when I heard it, I wished I didn't say it. You know what I'm saying? So
dang.
I feel like some days I might have an off day where the filter's just not filtering. And I might say something really mean or hurtful to people. So I'm really sorry that I said that and I was being all bossy to you.
Dang.
Especially when it was my fault, because when I started trying to read it, it didn't make sense to me either. So I really apologize for that.
It's okay, baby. Couples game night. In my mind, I was thinking, just say intimacy, because that is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But I guess ways to include intimacy in your couples game night.
Yeah. Well, if you're American, you probably do celebrate Valentine's Day. I don't think that's a worldly holiday. But, usually it's really built on a lot of materialism, what can this person buy me? How can this person make me feel special? And the first thing for me, Valentine's Day, I used to be all about that kind of stuff, but in the last few years I really started to ask myself, what do I really need, or what those kind of holidays mean for me. And the first thing is to me, it's not what Valentine's Day I guess should represent. It's not something that should be celebrated one day out the year. If you're in a relationship with somebody, then every day you should find little ways to make your partner feel special and valued and loved. And that doesn't mean buying them a bouquet of roses and chocolate every single fucking day, but like as you get to know your partner and their needs and what helps them feel more fulfilled in your relationship, then you're gonna do those things because it makes you happy too. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of my feelings about Valentine's Day. Do you have any feelings?
I feel like I have mixed feelings about it. It's one of those things where I like the idea of Valentine's Day. I don't like that it's basically supposed to be like another Christmas or another birthday. Like, it could also be just when I don't know, it could be like a current situation thing. Like, because of course, when I got it, I'm, you know what I'm saying,
splurging, yeah.
But even then, it's like, but why are you doing all that? And it's supposed to be allegedly just a day to celebrate your love and not just...
Yeah. I don't want to project or, you know, like, I guess assume things about other people's relationships, but I think that the more, like, realness that you have in your relationship and the more that y'all like each other, those days really don't even hold that much importance to you. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of couples or just people that are in relationships, from social media, seeing what other people got going on, they start to compare themselves. So then it does become similar to holidays like Christmas, where it's like, well, this person's getting this and that, and so I don't feel as special because I didn't get those things. But it's like, but what in your relationship do you guys value? You know what I'm saying? Some people relationship, they do value you know, like gift giving. And in some people relationship, they value quality time. And so when you're doing that all year round, these holidays really don't make or break your relationship. Like, me and Cherry's second anniversary just passed, and we literally, like, forgot about it. And, like, not because we don't care or not because we don't, you know, want to celebrate that we had 2 years, but, like, we're just really in our relationship. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to be like, oh, my God, make a big deal of 2 years a milestone, because every single day we're, you know, enjoying our relationship. I feel like some couples, they don't be having like the best relationship, the most sustainable relationship, and so they have to lean on things like gifts to make their relationship seem better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I mean, and even if it's not that, it's like, that's when they choose to go the extra mile. Like, that's when they choose to put that extra effort in to make that person feel special. And it's like, you should be doing this on the regular.
Yeah, all the time.
I feel like anytime somebody brings that up when they talk about Valentine's Day, the only argument is like, but it's Valentine's Day, it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but then it's like, if that's the case, then just get them a little cutesy gift and call it a day. Just get them a box of chocolates. Just get them some flowers. You know, it shouldn't have to be something lavish. And I think that, you know, we're just in a time where we're heavily capitalist society, heavily reliant on material things to validate us. And it's like, my personal opinion is that a lot of people, they have like this big picture of what their relationship is instead of looking like the small details of what they make a relationship great. So they take the big picture of like, oh, well, Valentine's Day was good. You know, we went on trips. Those was good or whatever like that. But then what is your relationship like on a daily basis? Like, do you be on your friends like, I can't stand this nigga? Like, And so, like, to me, Valentine's Day just really doesn't hold weight in my current relationship because I don't need it to make me feel extra special. Because, like, Cherry make me feel extra special, like, every day.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Some people just like celebrating holidays. Ain't nothing wrong with that either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a huge Halloween fan. I just love fucking celebrating Halloween. Some people fucking love Valentine's Day. And even like some people, if they're not in a relationship, they'll celebrate Galentine's Day, where they just like get together with their girls and make each other feel special, which we kind of talked about that last week on our friendship episode. I don't know.
I think that's cool. I feel like I low-key might like that more than just the huge emphasis on let me do this, this, and this for my partner. Like somebody asked me the other day what I was doing for you for Valentine's Day. And I was just like what I'm doing for you and just what we doing on Valentine's Day. And I don't know, it's a personal problem, but like something about questions like that, it's just like, why are you getting in my business? But they were just making conversation. But because of the way I think, when people ask stuff like that, I was just like, I don't know. And then he was like, him and his girl are going out and he's gonna get her like a diamond necklace or something. But I think that's like, he got her a diamond necklace or something like that for Christmas too. And it's like, this just sounds like a default. Like, you're not really putting, I don't know. I mean, that could very well be what his girl thoroughly enjoys.
Yeah.
Which is perfectly fine. But it's like, so you're just getting the same gifts over and over again?
Well,
just because it's Valentine's Day?
My personal opinion, though, on like men, a lot of men, not all of them, but they're not very thoughtful because they haven't had that experience. How do they really know like what a woman wants or what feels good to them? Like where I'm from, Cleveland, and I think in Chicago too, like in the Midwest, we have Sweetest Day, and that's like supposed to be for the dude. So like if you're in a hetero relationship, then like Valentine's Day is like where the man should be going all out for their girl, basically, I guess. And then Sweetest Day is like the same thing, but for men. So if one, you didn't grow up in an environment where you was being felt valued in some type of way, where your parents was building you up in some type of way, like pouring in that emotional connection and the intimacy, then how do you know how to mirror those behaviors? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of boys don't get that because that's the same stuff that's toxic. Like in the black community, we'll say like, oh, that's them being soft or they being too girly or blah, blah, blah. It's like more popular to just be not kind to women.
Yeah.
Than to be romantic and sweet and like do all these nice gestures. Like you'll see dudes doing that like in high school, but then it's like they get their feelings hurt by one girl and then they'll never like do that again. They'll never be that guy again.
That still makes no sense to me.
It's sad to me because a lot of people let relationships change the good parts of them. It's like, I've changed after being in relationships, but it was like after I had self-reflection and chose to grow. It wasn't like I used to be so lovey-dovey and now I'm not because this person did me this way. Like, don't let people who hurt you or just the hurt of experiences change who you are and the good parts about you. Like, if you are a romantic person, if you want to make people feel special that you're in relationships with, don't stop doing that because one person didn't appreciate it. Like, that's kind of off topic a little bit, but
also don't be foolish and just be blindly doing stuff. Because that was me. Like, I never let a previous relationship change the way that I interacted. But I needed to be sat down like, hey girl, can you stop doing this for everybody?
Yeah. I mean, you have a point there, but now I can kind of look back at those experiences and be like, just because that person wasn't deserving of it doesn't mean that wasn't what I was choosing. Like, it was bringing me fulfillment to do or give things to those people. So, like, it was worth it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, if that's just who you are, if you just like a super genuine and giving person, is it really the worst thing that you did that if it was adding fulfillment to your life by doing it?
I mean, I don't know. Fuck them niggas.
Yeah, I mean, it's just us being in our feelings and feeling like those people never deserved it. But, like, obviously we felt like they did. So don't be mad at yourself about it now. Just accept it and move on, you know? I think, yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are some things that we do, I guess, to like bring intimacy into our relationship to build that connection on a regular basis so we don't have to like, you know, invest so much, I guess, everything. Because there's like emotionally, people get really butthurt about Valentine's Day if they don't get what they want, if they don't have a Valentine's, if they single on Valentine's. It's like, people really do get emotionally invested into it. So,